Thank you for joining us in the rabbit hole. That was music from Vermont singer-songwriter Breanna Elaine. Name of the song is Do You Hear Me Now? It's from her January 2023 album called Seedlings. And we are fortunate and lucky to have Breanna in the studio, or in the rabbit hole, we might say, here this Wednesday. So we're very, very thankful. And we just want to say hello and welcome you to Royalton Community Radio. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy to be here. I'm super excited.
Great. So we have Breanna here, and we're out of queue now, and we're actually live. So we're introducing Breanna, and she I don't know if you guys caught that she's happy to be here, but she came here all the way from the west side of the state here, correct?
Yes.
We call it going over the mountain when we have to go over to the other side of the state. So tell us a little bit about where you grew up, where you live, what you're doing here in Vermont right now. Just to briefly list kind of what you're about, like your bio.
Sure. So I guess my brief bio is I was born and raised in Brattleboro, Vermont until I was about 12. I lived in Northampton, Massachusetts for about probably a decade. And, I've been a songwriter for a long time. So during my teenage years, I did open mics and had a few different bands that I performed with and kind of got the hang of things there. And then I moved back towards the Vermont area when I was 18 to take care of my grandmother, and I started doing music here.
Yeah. When you were in Northampton, were you involved in any of the music scene or any inspiration there, or is it strictly Vermont?
Well, I was doing amateur stuff. Like I was just, getting my toes wet with open mics and figuring out different bands and groups with people from that area.
Yeah, I mean, I think the area has a fantastic music scene and a great little vibe down there.
Oh, it definitely does.
A lot of people have come out of there and playing. So what we're doing tonight in the rabbit hole is just, we're going to hang out a little bit. It's going to be a little casual. We're going to play some of Breanna's music that has been on her Seedlings album that I'm a big fan of.
Thank you.
And she's going to play a couple live, but then we'll also tell you where you can see her play some upcoming shows. But I have to tell you, and I don't know if you remember, I told you this when we first talked, but the way I discovered you was that I was, full disclosure, I work at the Woodstock Inn and Resort at the Nordic Center where you're going to be playing later in the month. And I was leaving work and I was driving towards the Market on the Green. And I took a right turn and my window was down and I was like, oh my God, what am I hearing? So I literally drove around that green again to hear what it was. And then, I texted Jim Yeager and said, well, who was that? What is that voice? So, I mean, obviously you have a very beautiful voice.
Wow.
You have a big voice, but you literally echoed across the green into my car. And that's when I first heard you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, we didn't talk about
that's
that.
when. So I mean, you were blowing it out on the green.
Thank you.
And I'm like, "What is this?" And I drove around, maybe twice, to go around for that. So, just to go back to Seedlings really quickly. So it was released just about a year ago in January of 23.
Yes.
And this was your first album.
It was my...
Can we say album?
We can say... That's what I say. I always say album.
Yeah, that's great.
It was my first album. That's why I named it Seedlings. Because it's like little seeds of my career out into the world.
To grow. Exactly. Did you sing like when you were a kid? You always have sang? You've always sang.
Yes.
So you mentioned doing this full time. So that means... you pay all your bills.
All my bills are paid with the music. Yeah.
Whether it's playing live, whether it's recording.
Yes, sir.
Whether you're an independent artist, correct?
Yes.
So if people go on streaming services and they play your songs, you get a penny or two.
I get a penny or two.
Right.
But my Bandcamp page, they can buy it on there.
You can buy actual music where you buy an album,
Yes.
like the old days.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I also have like my website where I sell merch and CDs and things like that.
Exactly. So we're talking about BreannaElaine.com. Breanna is from Vermont, lives now in Vermont, plays around the Northeast and whoever will have her further, she's willing to travel. So let's go back to some pre-recorded music. This next song, they're all my favorites. That's why I picked the ones that I picked, but the last one being the most. But, this one is Like Everything Does. Can you explain to us a little bit about what that means, what the song's about?
I guess that's just me feeling, I don't know. What really inspired that was, when I lived in Northampton and we used to be out at night, all hours of the night, me and my friend Zane, and I remember we used to carry around the guitar and play music just on the street. And I had this old man who had $1 left. He was probably homeless or something. And he said, "I'll give you my last dollar if you play a song." So that's one of the lines in the song. And it's just about how life goes by really quick, and you got to pay attention, and you can't take it for granted,
I do have an observation about your music being pretty raw and emotional, whether it's about, I think with music, sometimes you wonder, is every song about that person? Or like, Elton John didn't write half his stuff, so it wasn't really about him. I feel that a lot of your stuff is raw from you.
Yes,
including this song. So
it's all real. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play from the Seedlings album, Like Everything Does. This is Breanna Elaine in the Rabbit Hole on WFVR LP in South Royalton.
Straight,
That is Breanna Elaine here in the rabbit hole, and she told us a little. Excuse me. Whoa, wow, we got a lot of technology going on. We got cameras, we got video, we got guitars. But Breanna, I really like that song, and there's some piano at the end, which isn't in all your stuff. Who was playing piano there?
So I hired a bunch of people for the album. Not a bunch, but Alex Kelly from Western Terrestrials, who I saw play a few times, and I really liked them. He did the piano part in that. It was just super beautiful. He did that, and he did the, I believe there's another piano part he did in Wildflower as well.
It's nice. It's a nice mix, and it comes in late in the song. It kind of like tails it out.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah. So it's a really nice song.
It's very sweet.
So, obviously being a full-time musician, and it keeps you busy, and we'll talk about some of your shows coming up on the road that are keeping you busy. You also have a project going on that's very near and dear to your heart, and it's called Where the Snakes Live Project.
Correct.
And I think we're going to take a significant amount of time here to talk about this, because I think not only your experience with this, but also the nonprofit that you're working with, and then you're actually doing some music. So why don't you take it from the top here and tell us about Where the Snakes Live Project. And if you go to BreannaElaine.com, she's out in the field with some wildflowers and holding a snake.
Yeah, I am.
So tell us a little about the snake and then the project.
Okay, well, if you want to know about the snake, I went on Facebook. Well, first of all, I have a vision, and as an artist, when I know exactly what I want to do, there's no stopping it. I have to do it. So I needed to do this photo shoot with a snake. So I went on the internet and I made a post, and I found somebody who had a snake and was willing to travel and let me use her. Her name was Esther.
Have snake willing to travel.
Yeah, for the photo shoot. I've never touched a snake before. I'm terrified of snakes. But you know, the art, I had to do it. I had to do it for the project.
Tell us a lot about the project, and then we're going to go back to the snakes.
Okay.
There must be a reason that it's called that.
So the project is a song and music video that I've created. Well, I haven't created it yet because my friend Jeremy from Northampton, he died of an opioid overdose. And the grief and all that I was going through, of course, I wrote a song about it. And I wrote 2 songs, actually. I wrote a nicer song, not nicer, but I feel like more appropriate for the funeral service. And I had them, you know, I played it on a speaker there. But this song was more gritty. And I was a little scared to publicize it at first. But then I realized that I could use this song as a platform to make a difference in the community. And I decided that I wanted to partner with a nonprofit to help like promote their mission and talk about what they do, and, you know, get more people aware of them, aware of the drug epidemic, and how they can help.
What's the name of that nonprofit?
It's Turning Point Center in Rutland, Vermont.
And what do they do?
They help connect people with recovery resources. They have coaching, they have support groups, they have events, and things like that.
Yeah, I'm just pulling them up really quickly online. It's simply Turning Point, RutlandVT.org.
Yep.
A lot going on there. So you've partnered with them.
Yes.
To celebrate Jeremy and also create awareness.
Right. And also donating 5% of the crowdfunding campaign to them, and half of the profit from, I made like special edition t-shirts with Where the Snakes Live art and their information on the back, and also promoting their, they have a fundraising event every year. I believe it's called Stomping Out Stigma, and it's on September 14th.
Okay.
Which
Turning Point runs.
Yes.
Correct.
It'll be in Rutland, and I believe that I'll be playing there with my band. I believe so.
Yeah. Well, why not? If you want to learn more about this event, we're going to keep talking about it. There's a fantastic video at BreannaElaine.com. And it also talks a little bit about the crowdfunding that she mentioned and how you could support this project. Let's talk a little bit about the project. Let's talk a little about music.
Okay, so I wrote the song by myself in my apartment, of course. And then I decided that I had to have a producer because I haven't had a producer before. we kind of just did it ourselves on the last one, you know. Mm-hmm. And someone said, well, you need a producer. So I was thinking of, you know, what artist do I really like the sound and the vibe of their music that I'm kind of going for with this specific song. And that person is Bo Thayer, who I just love so much. I love his music, and I've been kind of feeling out for a while maybe some ways that I could work with him.
Sure. I mean, you put it into the universe, and
I did.
You know, Bo's a friend of the station. These are all Vermont artists. We have to get Seedlings in here.
Ooh,
but there's a bunch of Bo's stuff behind us. We can talk a little bit more about him. But like musically, let's talk about it. Have you been in the studio yet? Have you met with Bo?
So yes, we already did the studio session maybe a few weeks ago. We did the initial studio session. So we got down, we tracked my guitar and vocals, and then Bo added some backing vocal, which I wasn't expecting, but I was hoping to get him on my song because, number one, I love him. I love his voice. I love his music. I love his style. But also, just to have both they are on my song, I think it's going to help with promotion.
And this was at his studio. He's got a studio called the...
Oh, he has the Cooley studio.
Yeah.
It's called the Woodshed.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's called, it's very nice. It has big picture windows. You can look out onto the Vermont mountains. I want a studio like that when I'm older.
And then you're going to do a video.
Yes. So I've hired a videographer, and I basically gave them... I don't know if it's called a screenplay or what it's called, but I wrote out all the details, all the scenes. I still have to like draw pictures. I know it's going to be like little stick figures, just to show them the exact, you know, way the scenes look. But things just come to me like that. And
then, you know, proceeds of this will go to the Turning Point. How is that working out?
Yeah, so how this works is we're gonna shoot when we launch the campaign. We're gonna shoot for $10,000. Estimated cost in the studio is about $3,000.
Right.
You know, I have to pay for recording, mixing, mastering, but also have to pay for the other musicians that I want on the song.
It's really great that you're sharing that, because I don't think people necessarily understand, especially with independent artists, how much goes into producing one song. Obviously this song is very special, and that's what that crowdfunding thing is for, is to get this off the ground, in addition to raise awareness. But like I said, you can go to BreannaElaine.com and learn more and more. There's a great video that you did that it's on your website. It's on the bottom down a little bit, maybe. Or
right. When you click where the snakes live, it's a big button. It'll take you right to the pre-launch campaign where you can put your email inside. And then when I actually launch the campaign in a few weeks, you'll get all the emails.
Great. Yeah. So we want to get on board with Breanna Elaine and her Where the Snakes Is project, for a great cause, for a great place, for Jeremy. Jeremy there. Let's go to the next song, which the song's a little bit longer. It's a 6-minute song, and you know, I don't mind a long song.
Me neither.
A friend of mine, Troy, who said to me, like, I didn't play a 12-minute song because, you know, it was too long for a 1-hour show. And he said, you know, did they not put a Picasso in the museum because it was too big? And I always remembered that.
I like that.
Yeah, that's great. Also, thank you, Troy. So let's jump into this song, and I don't want to get so deep into it because I think there's probably got a lot of stuff going on. The name of the song is called Belly of a Whale, and it's on the Seedlings album, and it's I mean, they're all good. But and this one, you know, there's a few themes.
Yeah.
In this Belly of a Whale.
The belly of a Whale is a lot of people's favorites. It's made some people cry at the bar.
So it is really about, I lost my father when I was 20 years old. I was 4 months pregnant, and I found him in his apartment. And, obviously that was probably the biggest loss of my life this far. So that is really the first part of the song. And then, it's just about sometimes when you become an adult, you find loneliness in a way that, you weren't really acquainted with before. Especially, with the loss of a parent and, being a single mother and things like that. And it really also, I wasn't in a very good romantic relationship at the time. So the second verse is kind of about that and feeling lonely, even though there's people around you.
So I picked up on all that
in
listening to these songs. And like I said, these are your songs. They come from you. They are raw. And they are expression. So let's move forward with Belly of Whale. We'll catch up to you in about 6 minutes. And once again, you're listening to The Rabbit Hole on WFVR LP in South Royalton.
You know
That's Belly of a Whale from Breanna Elaine. And Breanna's here in the studio live. If you're just joining us, she's a Vermont singer-songwriter. You can learn more about her at BreannaElaine.com and more about her Where the Snakes Live project. That sounds like a really great thing. I just heard waves in the background, and that is part of the belly of the whale, or
Yes.
The whale is in the water, or what are we doing there?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be cool to have waves at the end.
Yeah.
Well, it's a whale song. So.
Exactly. I couldn't
Ocean energy.
I couldn't agree more. So musically, like you everyone has dreams, and you have dreams, and like, where do you want this music thing to go? Because I think I read on your website about, or somewhere I might have read about, not playing in bars your whole life.
Oh, yeah.
And everything that lifestyle brings on. But like, where would you like to see this thing going? Now, right now, it's going great.
It's going great, and I'm very thankful for it. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. # blessed. Yeah, but I really love playing at listening rooms. I mean, obviously, as a musician, I want people to listen. I love being able to support myself, and playing at bars and restaurants and places where maybe people didn't necessarily come to listen to me. They came to eat dinner or socialize or something else like that. That does pay my bills, and I love it. But of course, I want to be on a big stage, and I want to be touring, and, touring with my band. That would be awesome. Playing festivals, traveling. That's what I would do for the rest of my life.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want.
You talked about playing out, often in Vermont here, and also around New England. I'm looking at your website right now, and you've got some stuff coming up this week. Let's talk about this week. So Friday
I'm playing at Stone's Throw Pizza in Richmond. It's my first time playing there. It's from 6 to 8. I've played at the one in Waterbury, but I haven't played in Richmond yet, so first time for that. Saturday, the 10th, I'm playing at Trail 87, somewhere I play a lot. It's in West Dover, and I'm doing a prez, how do you say that? A prez ski.
A prez ski,
yeah. It's by the mountain.
Where is that? That's in West Dover. That's
West Dover. That's by Mount Snow, I think, right? Yeah.
That's where they're having a reggae festival some point coming up.
Because I played at the hotel there too.
West Dover. There you go. And that brings us to this week. That's it for this week.
That's it for this week.
We move to the following week where...
So, Thursday the 15th, I'm at Crown Point Country Club, 6 to 9. The 16th, I'm at Tavern on the Square. That's in Claremont, New Hampshire. I play there once a month.
That's right. Is that... That's a restaurant.
That's a restaurant.
Music venue.
Yes.
Okay. Claremont is not that far from here. So a lot of people do venture down that way.
Right.
That would be a great place for people in our listening area to get out and see Breanna live.
Yep. And the 17th, I'm playing at 14th Star Brewing, which is in, where
St. Albans.
St. Albans, thank you.
And that's the veteran-owned brewery. That's a really great place. And St. Albans is a thriving town.
That is a cool town.
You'll have a nice time up there.
And of course, on the 23rd, I'm playing at the Woodstock and Nordic Center.
That's right. And as I mentioned earlier, I booked that music series, and this is President's Week next week. And when the kids are all out of school, so we're expecting a big crowd on February 23rd. That's a Friday from 2 to 5 p.m. So this isn't a prey ski.
Yes.
But it's an prey Nordic ski, which is kind of unique. But we have a nice little venue that gets a really intimate room that I think you're going
I'm excited
to really enjoy. And, on the 16th, the Friday before, Bo Thayer and Krishna Guthrie will be there.
I love them both.
From 2 to 5. You should stop by, but no, you could. You could probably come by 2 to 5 and then head over to Claremont. So Bo and Krishna will be there as well. And then anything teed up for the spring or summer that excites you? I mean, there are a lot of festivals, and we're going to spread the word and try to get you to play some of the stuff around
I
here.
do. I would love to play some festivals around here. I'm booking some tours. I like to go to the ocean in the summer. And so I'm going to be booking some of that stuff. I, of course, love to play festivals. That's another thing that I like to play that's not bars and restaurants, which I love you still, bars and restaurants. Thank you so much for booking me. Love you so much.
Absolutely.
And then I am going to have a release show for Where the Snakes Live. I haven't picked a specific date yet,
Right.
but there are also sponsorship opportunities for businesses who want to support a good cause.
Right.
And people from Turning Point will be there also.
Now, in Brandon, right? I mean, that's your area, right?
That
the Brandon
is-
area.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about, is there a drum circle or something that you do
Yes,
over there?
okay.
I'm sounding really creepy because I've been all over the social media. And
No, I want people to creep on my
but-
social media.
But
I
this
do.
this drum circle looks really interesting for the right person.
Yes. So I have hosted 3 or 4 drum circles so far, and I plan on doing more. In Brandon, there's this really magical place called Sister Wicked. Gina runs it. Love you, Gina. And it's a really cool space. It's not really, it's a consignment shop. So she moves some of the stuff out of the way, and it's
Exactly.
really fun.
So drumming. So you just get in and get some expression. People start drumming, and
Yes,
something
so-
comes of it. And
Right. So for me, I've kind of integrated more of a healing therapeutic aspect into it. So I usually pick a theme for the drum circle. The last one I did was a New Year Transformation drum circle. And then I do an accompanying, a guided meditation, some affirmations.
when does this normally happen?
I don't have
It's
any
not a
more
set
planned
thing.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Good.
kind of gauging how many people were going to come and were interested in it. I did buy 13 drums.
I was just going to ask you, do you bring your own drum or something?
So I bought these drums which were a couple $1,000s, honestly, because I wanted people to be able to participate even
Sure.
if they don't have a drum, because they're expensive.
Right?
So I bought them. And
Well, we're going to spread the word on this side or on the other
Perfect.
side of the mountain. We got to get you over here a little bit more and
Yeah.
to this part over here. You want to sing a song? Or you want to play a song? How you feeling?
I can play a song.
What are we going to play for?
I'm going to play It Hurts Me.
It Hurts Me.
Yeah.
You're listening to The Rabbit Hole on WFVR LP in South Royalton. You're listening to Breanna Elaine live in the studio. I hope you enjoy this one.
Hey, guess what? I've got a plan. Yeah, I'm a little let down, but I'm far from broken. Gotta get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. Get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. So many things that we have to choose. Well, I choose life and love and happiness, and well, it's just not. You gotta get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. Get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. I made the same mistake
guess we all meet and diverge. Look to the sky for direction, close my eyes so I can see a little bit better. Get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. Get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. Fall is here, the leaves are changing, my mind and heart are rearranging. Gotta get myself up, away from the danger. Whoa, and fall back into the arms of the universe, the arms of the universe, the arms of the universe. Get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. Get up, get out, pack it up, take this show on the road, man. And it hurts me. Oh, and it hurts me. Oh, and it hurts me the way I let you hurt me. And it hurts me the way I let you hurt me. And it hurts me the way I let you hurt me. And it hurts me the way I let you hurt me. Oh, and it hurts me. Oh, it hurts me. But I got to be going now.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I think we got the audio right on that one, so our apologies to the first song. It is live radio, but that we got our money's worth with that one. What was the name of it again?
It hurts me.
And that's another one of your songs that are not on Seedling.
It's not on Seedling,
Correct.
no. I hope to record it on the next album. I've had some good feedback from that and people asking where they can listen to it. And I was like, nowhere. I think there is some versions of a lot of things that aren't recorded professionally on my YouTube. Well,
Sure.
Yeah.
And then and they can hear it live. Go see you play.
Yes.
So you can do things like that.
Please come see me live.
We've got about 7 minutes left. If you're just joining us, we have Breanna Elaine here in the studio in the Rabbit Hole, and you can learn more about her and her about the Snakes Project at breannaelaine.com. And we encourage you to get out and see her live. Before we move any further, we want to thank our underwriters and supporters of Rabbit Hole and WFVR. We want to thank the Union Agricultural Society, 7 Stars Art Center, Strategic Data Flows, the South Royalton Market, I Care for You, and the Playhouse Movie Theater. We have a couple of minutes to talk, and then I want to finish with my favorite song,
Sure.
Wildflower.
Mm-hmm.
But before we talk about that, anything else about the Snakes Project that you want to share? Maybe something you forgot to mention. So it sounds like it's evolving. Like go put your name on the email list,
Right. Yep.
and then when you get more information, it's going to come out on the mailing list.
Right, it's going to come out on the mailing list when we launch, and then you'll be able to view the whole page. The pre-launch page is kind of just like a little preview. So along with the video, there'll be a big long story all about the project that you can read. And you can also donate. There's all these different tiers of rewards. So you can donate you can type in any amount that you want, or you can pick one of the rewards. Depending on the price, you can sponsor the release show. You can get one of the limited edition Where the Snakes Live t-shirts that also supports Turning Point. It has their information on the back.
So there's a lot of ways to support your project, and a lot of that is happening now. And if they just go to your website, click on that, the video opens up, the page opens up, and it says enter your email. So we really are, this is going fast. We have only 5 minutes left, and a wildflower is 5 minutes and 55 seconds long, so we're going to cut it short. But one quick thing about wildflower, you mentioned it to me when we spoke before the show. Is it about you?
Wildflower is about the best version of myself.
Great. Thank you, Breanna, for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We're going to come out and see you soon, and we'll see you on February 23rd at the Nordic Center.
Yes, sir.
And let's enjoy this one. It's a good one.
She's a wild flower. She smells like the forest after a rain. Her hair is red orange like the sunset. She dances like colored ribbons on the wind. She is the conductor of the symphony that plays all day inside my head. She's a wild flower that's just too beautiful to be picked. Oh, and she's a wild flower. Her heart's burning like a wildfire. I don't think she could get much higher than this. She goes out, she talks to strangers, doesn't give a damn about the little things. She's in way over her head, been swimming in and out of dreams. She likes to run through the meadow like a movie in her sundress and bare feet. She likes to stay out and walk around town while everybody else is still asleep. Because she's a wild flower. Her heart's burning like a wildfire. And I don't think she could get much higher than this. She's